Hello everyone, I'm Zenith08, and today we're back with more Minecraft content. Today we're going to be looking at a redstone creation that I made as more of a joke than anything, but also as a proposal to the community, not proposal, but something to give out to the community and see what you guys can do with it. Today we're looking at a time machine in vanilla Minecraft. This is similar to the stuff my brother did earlier in vanilla Minecraft, such as stargates, and a few other creations using structure blocks. Time travel, the idea came about from Phoenix SC, the creator of Pokemon Cobalt and Amethyst. In his April Fool's video, he joked about going back in time with Redstone to release the demo map on the December 15th, or December 2015, and figuring that anything is possible with Redstone. Using some new 1.10 features, we can now travel back to the past, yesterday, or we can even travel into the future, and I'm going to demonstrate how it works and how I did it, and see what the community can do with it. So, the first thing is I can travel to yesterday night. Here's an example. In this first day, note that my house doesn't have a carpet at all, and note that it's all here and there are 2 torches there. We're going to set it to nighttime because the test only goes to midnight last night or midnight the next day. Or rather, midday the next day, sorry. We're going to make that pass using command blocks. 18000 is midnight. We set the time to midnight. And back to morning. Alright, we're in a new day now. This is day number 2, with yesterday being day number 1. I'm going to put a carpet in my house, and I'm going to change the torches. There we go, new torches, carpet in the house. Alright, we are now going to travel back to yesterday, where I didn't have a carpet. Or we can travel back to today, where I did have a carpet. The time machine is over here. This button lets you return to the present, but what we need is the one here that goes to yesterday. Press the button, get a little bit sick from the time travel effect, and here we are at midnight last night. How do I know that this is last night? My house doesn't have a carpet, and the torches are on the back wall. If we want to go back to the present, we can step into the time machine and press the button. And here we are back in the present. It's morning, and we've got the carpet and the torches in the right place here, you can see. Alright, so the next thing we can look into is going to tomorrow. Let's take a look. Midnight tomorrow, the world is destroyed. Now, let's go back to the present here. And how did I know that that was going to happen? Well, it's happening right now back in the new present. Alright, so we're going to stop the explosions from happening really quick here, and then we're going to go into the workings of how I did the whole time travel logic, including going to the future. Alright, now that the noise and chaos has stopped, let's get into it. Going to yesterday was the first part that I did. This was a relatively deep system compared to the rest of it. This overall thing is very simple if you understand the basic logic. The first thing is we've got these 4 structure blocks here that are executing, and these are creating structure files based on the world. First we have the saving yesterday. This happens every night at midnight by using the nighttime sensor, which is an inverted daylight sensor. So every day at midnight, this will save the latest schematic into itself and hold it. The other one is loading yesterday, which just lets us load it, and it is remotely called from the time machine. These command blocks here just set everything to air. The other thing we have is saving and loading present. Present is another schematic file, and again, these are setting it to air. All of these command blocks are remote called from the time machine rig, which we're going over next. To start with, we have this here. This takes us to yesterday. First thing it does is give you the nausea effect, something that is just there for appearance. Then we save what the present is, so that will save your house the way it is before you go to the yesterday, and that way it's exactly the way you left it and you didn't lose your house. Closing the door here is an old thing that I had. I used to have an iron door on the end of the time machine. However, every time I went to the future, it blew it up, so I just got rid of it in the end. That is, again, just for looks, though. Then it loads yesterday. Again, using the remote structure blocks, it loads it into the game. Opening the door is, again, no longer used and not relevant. And then setting the time to 18000, which is midnight, which is when the schematic was taken. That's just for an extra bit of authenticity, but there's no way I could find to take it to exactly any given time. If you know one, let me know in the comments below, and show me what you can do with it. I'm interested to see what the community will do with an idea like this. The next thing we're going to look into is coming back to the present. This is designed to work for both tomorrow and from yesterday, so this had to be a pretty generic system. All the same, it works just fine. The first thing it does is give you nausea again, closing the door, and then it loads the present straight in. Because yesterday has already happened, it doesn't need to save it, so you can't go back, change the past, go to the future, and have it be reflected. It's just, I couldn't think of any way to do it, and this is a rough concept. If you have ideas of how to do that, give it a try, and if it works, let me know. I'd be interested to see. And then we open the door, and we set the time to 0, which is the morning. And again, I couldn't think of any other way to change it to exactly when you left, so I just used morning as a generic time. The last one to go over is going into the future, and this is an interesting one because I had to find a way to guarantee that that would be the future. So, the first thing we do again is give you nausea. Then we save the save present, and I broke that. That was stupid. The good news is I can just reset it. Give me a second here. We save present so you can go back to where you came from. And we do this, of course, just to make sure that you can always go back. Then we set the door closed. Again, don't need it. We load tomorrow straight into the game. And then we set SFP to true. What is SFP, you might be asking? It's a scoreboard value. Let's take a look at it. SFP is an acronym, self-fulfilling prophecy. And that'll be important later, but basically it means you have traveled to the future, and it will be used. Then it opens the door and sets the time to midnight. Anyways, now there's this right here. Well, what is the SFP variable used for? When you are in the future, or rather the present, after you've gone to the future, this will be configured to start a meteor shower at midday that day. So when I came back to the present, it was set to midday, and thus the meteor shower started, so as you saw. This would guarantee normally that the meteor shower happens at exactly midday that day, and it also guarantees that my future, where nothing existed, would happen. It's an interesting enough way to do it, and I didn't pull it off perfectly, but it's just rough. And these are all just to summon the meteors, or really fireballs in this case, that would take effect. Anyways, that has been my time machine device in vanilla Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed it, and I honestly hope you can do something with it to change it and make it even better. A map download will be in the description for the map that I used for this demo, and as always, subscribe for more content. We've got Minecraft mods, vanilla Minecraft creations, and we're interested in some ideas that you might have. If you have any mods that you'd like us to review, leave them in the comments below, and we'll definitely take a look into it. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.